It's a hairy fudgehole. Oh, 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 no, who's there? Oh, who's there? Oh, oh,
Where was all this a few weeks ago?
oh.
Hey, where was all this a few weeks ago when me and you, Mr. Silverman, were
Mr.
recording?
Silverman, can we drop this shit for once?
Where were you?
Can you get
Mr.
a different approach? Naughty boys, Mr. Silverman, all of this. What? Think about the fucking persona you're building. That you're sort of kind of chummy, saggy man-child who's all naughty with his chubby, saggy naughtiness.
I didn't
but it's
do
the same
All
joke.
right, yeah, so you've done the same fucking cum knob gags for the past
I don't
8
do
years,
cum
mate.
knob gags. Name one cum knob gag I've made.
Anytime you say spoff or rubbing your nubbage,
That's not a joke.
it
Those-
is. Yeah,
those-
you're right. It fucking isn't, mate. You've pointed that out correctly.
Those are just words.
The point is
Words
that yes,
aren't jokes,
no,
Paul.
you know what? Let's never make a joke again in case they're slightly similar to someone else's joke. That's right. Let's never do a knock gag again, Mr. Silverman. You're right. No, let's never do a pun. Let's never do anything that's ever been done before, ever. You're right. No, you're right, Mr. Silverman. No, you're absolutely correct, Mr. Silverman. Right?
Don't stop calling me that.
Let's never do riffs on popular material. That's right. Let's never do shows like The Fast Show where they riff on popular catchphrases over and over again.
Fast Show?
It's been done. Because it's been done, isn't it, Mr. Silverman? Let's never do anything ever again,
Right.
Mr. Silverman.
If you're not going to finish with this bit, Paul, I will leave. Okay.
Please
Just
leave, because this is
leave.
the introduction to
I
this
will
week's episode. And this week's episode is our final from Los Angeles. Don't open the door and then sit back down. Either fuck off or come in.
All I was trying to say.
No, you either fuck off or come in.
All I was trying to say, everybody, is I wasn't trying to shame you. I was just saying, oh, isn't it this interwoven web of comedy references and semi-references moving in a erudite what?
Hey!
You found my badge. You found A.
Yeah, I found the letter A from a couple of weeks ago when we played that word game.
Mastermind Word Edition.
Listen, anyway, basically this is our last episode from Los Angeles. One of the earliest that we recorded, funnily enough, but we thought we'd
well,
save
it was the
till
first
last.
one we recorded.
Well, we were doing bits in the walkabouts beforehand,
I
though,
suppose you're right.
So,
yes.
yes, it kind of was a very early recording session for us. But this is what you're going to hear is our big name guest for our LA trip. Tim Heidecker is our guest. And it was a fun show. We were very nervous beforehand.
It was quite a surreal experience arriving in LA,
Yeah.
being very jet-lagged and then tired because we walked around the whole day before.
Yeah, we did. And so
Still jet-lagged, and then Tim Heidecker comes around.
just knocks on your door. Hello.
So it was a bit
come in.
nerve-wracking, but hopefully there'll be some enjoyment here for some of our listeners and possibly Tim Heidecker fans.
If they're listening, we apologise that you had to put up with what this is. This little bit you had to
didn't
listen
have to go on a rant.
Oh, look. There's Tim Heidecker in a podcast. I like Tim Heidecker. Let's listen to this podcast. What the fuck is this?
Some cunt
Two
berating
cunts.
his
It's
good friend.
Two cunts
Having
berating
a-
each
oh,
other.
Two cunts.
Two cunts. One podcast. It's coming to you. So this is our final episode in LA for you to listen to. It was us
Paul.
and Brian Wecht talking to Tim Heidecker
And me,
playing
I
a
was
few.
there.
You basically were there, but again, going back to what I said at the beginning, where was all this vaginal music stuff? You didn't do that in front of Tim Heidecker, did you?
What do you mean vaginal music?
He started the song by today, literally just 5 minutes ago.
I was warming
In fact,
up.
4 minutes and
I was
47
warming up.
seconds
I was
ago.
simply warming up my brain coggles.
By talking about.
Now I can do a song if you want. Anything.
Is there anything else you'd like to say before we get into the episode? That's the important thing here. This is meant to be an intro to our Tim Heidecker episode.
Enjoy the episode, everyone. We enjoyed making it.
We did.
Although it was a bit nerve-wracking.
We were absolutely terrified. So, with all that being
Speak
said,
for yourself.
here it is, episode.
I thought that
What? Did nothing?
Me and Tim had a little
Yeah.
thing going.
Did yeah.
A little comedy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Well, why don't you-
master players.
Hey.
You know, Paul, when two master players,
What? Begin a game of comedy chess.
yeah, they see each other, they admit they're in the
Well-
level of mastership, and like and then it's like
Yeah.
you know, coming up behind,
Jog on.
jog on, he's doing the wanker.
Jog on, Mr. Silverman. We'll leave it to you, the listener, to decide if Eli and Tim Heidecker had a quote-unquote thing going on, right? And we'll come and we'll see you.
No, enjoy, really.
Really enjoy
in
it.
seriousness, enjoy it. Sorry,
Enjoy,
Paul.
and we'll see you next week. Here we go. Here's the episode.
Press the fucking credits.
Paul Gannon, Eli Silverman.
Welcome to the Cheap Show. It's all Sources and words and phrases. 2 things I'm responsible for.
Chodney Borrow.
I hate you, your fucking usual posse.
Cheap show tonight. Cheap show tonight.
It's the Price of Shite.
Cheap show tonight.
Welcome to Cheap Show. Hello, welcome to Cheap Show, the economy comedy podcast where Eli, I'm doing a change up because you know I would usually say charity shops, bargain bins, thrift stores.
No, you don't say thrift stores.
No,
That's
I do.
the American thing.
Is it? What do I
thrift
say?
store. You say charity shops,
Yeah.
bargain bins,
Bargain bins,
bazaars,
bazaars,
jumble sales.
Jumble sales are important.
Poundland.
Poundland, yes, of Great Britain, and bring you that, but we're not doing that this time.
Because we're
Instead, we're in Los Angeles, and we are going through the thrift stores, the Goodwill, and the Dollar Trees of Los Angeles to bring you the treasure we find amongst the trash. And this is a holy day for Cheap Show, for we have 2 of the most beloved people, and that's gone off.
Your thing's doing something. Your camera's doing something.
You know what?
Just turn it off.
I'm just going to turn it off because I could spend 15 minutes playing around with that and have an emotional breakdown, but I thought, let's just pull back on the embarrassment. Hello. Welcome to Cheap Show. Oh. And we have 2 very special guests with us this week, and this has been years in the making in some respects, because we've always threatened to come out to LA and bug you personally. But first of all, I want to bring on to the show a wonderful, beautiful human. Someone I have, if possible, romantic attachments with in the future. But until then, we're just friends, and that friend is Brian Wecht.
Hi, everybody.
Where might people know you?
They might know me. I'm half of the comedy band Ninja Sex Party. They might know me from Gain Grumps, the podcast Late at Night with Brian Wecht. And where else? Starbomb. Kids
Starbomb.
like band. Comedy music in general.
In general.
I think, yeah.
Thank you for being here today. Can I shake your hand?
No.
Okay, then.
He always tries to touch.
Yeah.
I am a toucher.
I don't want to disturb the microphones.
See, I was planning on Tim sitting there so I could touch him.
Here we go.
But if he's not gonna sit there, then I'm gonna have to touch him.
I'd be happy to. Here.
Oh yeah, that's what I needed.
Thanks, Paul.
That's all I needed.
No, it really is lovely to see you guys.
I noticed you let go quite
well. Yeah,
forcefully.
I'm trying to do your show.
All right. Okay. Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wonderful. In that case, it's the other guest I want to get to. I mean, I love you.
No, please.
Don't get me wrong. But you being here is almost ancillary.
D-list at best is what I am.
Well,
so
no,
please.
I would put you C.
Yeah, thank you.
Because honestly, you're a C in my eyes.
I appreciate
but
that.
here, no, is the real start. In my opinion today, I'll be honest, when I sent this email to this guy, I thought he would say no and I wouldn't have to have a panic attack on a day away in Los Angeles. But unfortunately, he said yes. So now I have to deal with the fact that right here, right now, we are joined by the one and only Tim Heidecker. Hello, sir.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for those kind words.
We do our best to make our guests wonderful and uncomfortable.
How do
if
you
need
make
be.
someone wonderful? You need to, honestly, Paul,
Yeah.
just a little note now, okay?
Like
Take a breath.
Yeah.
Think of the word in your head. Picture the word.
Yeah.
Is that the correct word to say right now?
Yeah.
And then
We are under a little bit of a time crunch, though, so
We
we
are.
don't want to take
And I
that
am
much
racing
time.
through this because
Okay.
I don't want to waste
Fine.
Tim's
Just
time.
spout
But
a
if
load
you-
of
no, if
spout
you,
a load
if you
of
would like to have a
nonsense.
discussion about the words I choose,
I do. I always do.
the words I choose under pressure, as you just sit there, look at you, laid
I'm
back,
fine.
arm on
I'm
the back of the
fine.
chair. I disagree with the phrase fine. Anyway, hello, Tim.
Hello.
How are you?
All right.
All right, Governor.
Yeah, doing all right.
Right
Listen,
back.
we don't really do an interviewy thing, but I
Yeah.
did want to ask you one thing.
Go
Because as people who listen to us probably know, a large part of some of our structure is taken from On Cinema. And I wanted to just ask you very briefly about that, because maybe I'm wrong, but it sounded like between you and Greg it was not a side hustle, for one of the better phrase, but it sounded like something you did for a laugh, and then it's grown into, well, the high network and things like that. Are you surprised by that, or is it something that you willingly dove into?
No, not surprised. It did sort of take on a life of its own from a fan side. It was not something that had a huge audience at first. It still doesn't have a huge audience, but yeah, we did it for fun. We did it when we could. And the more we did it, the more we liked doing it. The more we also, the more we did it, the bigger the world became. Not necessarily the audience, but the story.
users,
Yeah, the story got bigger, and So there's nothing surprising about it, but there does feel a certain pressure or responsibility to do, because so much of it we feel has had a very high level of quality to it, that there's a responsibility and a bit of a pressure to maintain that.
Are you 10 years in?
Oh, more than that.
Well,
I
how
would
many?
think.
Yeah. No, it must
About maybe 12 years.
12, okay.
Yeah.
And it has just, I mean, obviously we're subscribed to the High Network. We follow it. We see the Oscars specials. And it does seem like half the problem is not so much the content, but what do you do to not outdo or top it, but change it and keep it fresh for you? Because
well, I mean, we've been meeting a lot lately because we're planning on shooting again soon. As soon as I think we can shoot now. Some of the strike stuff has kind of worked itself out, which is very complicated. But we're meeting. There's still things that make us laugh. I think when it's all done, when it's all said and done. You will be able to find the best, you'll be able to see the peak and that might not be where, I don't know. It's hard to judge while you're doing it, but there's stories left to be told. There's things that we want to resolve in some ways, and keep in mind and keep it funny and surprising and all that stuff. And we're constantly inspired by the world and things that we, new podcasts that we're obsessed with that are awful, new hucksters, not you guys, new scams out there, new con men. There's so many to choose from. So we always have our ear on those particular railroad tracks.
I think AI is going to be the next one.
Well, we've done a little already, and some of it we use as a practical tool. Actually, like there might be some investigative journalism happening on the show that we'll just use AI to help feel more like one of those poorly produced YouTube investigative journalist things.
So it does take a lot of effort to make something not bad, but you know what I mean? It takes a lot of effort to seem like it's slickly unprofessional to some extent.
Yes.
So and Brian, you've got an album, haven't you?
Yes.
That's all.
No.
Plenty.
Okay, great. Thank you.
We're done with it.
I appreciate that. No, I would do the same.
I mean,
I don't like being in this position.
You understand why you're here. Right?
I get it.
You're like a transatlantic buffer between
you're at my house. I understand why you had to include me.
Exactly.
In this
That was the thank God, Jesus. I was hoping I wouldn't have to explain that. Right.
I do want it to be clear. I did not invite myself onto this show.
No. I wanted you here because again, we've had you on the pod before, but it's always been in a play this role or do this voting thing, and and you were in the first episode when you lived in London. When I lived in
London, the first time they did this, as I said, we were comedy friends, and they were doing it upstairs at a pub, and I was just about to move here, and they had me on stage with them on Cheap Show 1.
And did you have to eat something?
Yeah,
Sponge.
I did. It was a giant bag full of I don't remember what, but cheap candies. I think.
Yeah, most people block out. No, Sponge with that was at Stuart.
Sponge is a sort of candy thing. I was now while we're on it, Paul. Yeah. I thought the other day, wouldn't it be great? What am I going to have for lunch? Sponge.
Is that a real thing?
What is the closest thing we have in America to a
It's
sponge?
like a mound.
Wait,
what the coconut mound?
Oh
thing.
yeah,
I thought you meant just a mound of.
No, that's what they're called, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mound, coconut mound. Thing.
Yeah.
It's similar to that in the shape.
Okay.
It's sort of a pack with two mounds in it.
Sponge American though? No,
can you?
Mexican.
I'm sorry to get hung up on that. Can you spell sponge?
SPONCH.
I see.
Sponge.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sponge for lunch.
Who's the sponsor of the podcast?
Interview segment out the way. We're going to crack on. So the first segment we do is Silverman's platters. Silverman, explain the platters.
I collect vinyl, novelty vinyl or unusual vinyl, and then we listen to them and we say whether it's a platter, as in it's a legitimate record that we all like, or a splatter, which is a liquefied record that is shot through some kind of a cannon against the wall. You could melt down vinyl and then splatter it
willy-nilly.
Being here in Los Angeles must be a boon for you.
We were in Amoeba yesterday, and I wanted to spend more money and time there, but we had to go.
Although I don't know if stuff has been picked over here too much.
Well, the thing is, the stuff that I'm into, apart from the novelty stuff, it's like disco and funk, soul. So over here's where it was all made.
Right.
I mean, from 60s and 70s up
And
to the
you'll have
80s.
better
Doesn't mean-
exposure.
That doesn't mean it all stayed here.
No.
Because I travel in my band, I tour, my drummer and guitar player, both avid record collectors. And on this tour we did this summer, we went to the smaller cities. And that's where gold can sometimes be. Because the bigger place, you go to Chicago or New York, everything's overpriced. And all the collector, the people that know this stuff, a lot of them live there. So you go to like Oklahoma City and you hit gold.
Absolutely. But the thing is as well, in Britain, you'll have a lot of like rock and roll stuff. It's like it's destroyed. And you come out here and you can still find like a clean Little Richard single or something where in good condition is a thing. Yeah. And also, I mean, Amoeba, there's no record shop.
That's
like
surprising.
that size.
Even in London, there's nothing that big.
nothing.
HMV went, Tower Records went, Virgin Records
And
went.
of course,
But
I get
none of-
reissues, and all of the reissues were in there, all of them.
Rough Trade doesn't have that reputation.
No. I go there and they have the in stores and they kick everyone out, and I can't dig in the. And it's like, come on!
And
I
I
want
was-
to see
you know
some.
who I am.
I was telling these
terrible-
guys too that the old Amoeba was even better than the current one
I
in
haven't
terms
been to
of
the
like
new one yet. Maybe I have.
It's great, but it
Yeah.
doesn't have quite the extent and the breadth and the weirdness of the one that was there before. Yeah.
You just don't get that vibe here in the UK anymore because that whole industry's been sucked out.
The old one had a particularly cool like jazz and classical section in the back where there was just a bunch of weird like old jazz and classical box sets that been out of print forever, operas and stuff that would just be impossible to find anywhere else. I think they culled a lot of that stuff for the new place. Yeah.
Well, with that in mind, let's crack on. We've got a few tracks for you to listen to today. We're going to play a little bit of it. We're not going to sit for the whole track. But the first one is something we've wanted to talk about in a while. And because it's close to Halloween, we thought we'd present you with a track that you might know, you might not. I think it's a lost Halloween hit.
It's not the Monster Mash, is it?
It's not a Monster Mash.
What if that was what he had for me? It's the Monster Mash.
It hadn't crossed.
I know that we all know the Monster Mash.
It would be great if the Monster Mash just never showed up in England. Right. It's been 60 years and you guys just missed it somehow, right? No.
The guy sounds like Boris Karloff. What's
Right,
that
yeah.
about? No, so this track is called Amityville, House on the Hill, by an artist called Lovebug Starsky, and we're going to play a little bit for you.
Lovebug Starsky?
Lovebug Starsky is his, it's his stage name. His real name, Kevin Smith. No relation
What year
to...
are we talking here?
This is 86.
Okay.
Well, I was going to a party in Amityville. Matter of fact, it was the house at the top of the hill. But I wouldn't have never went for nothing in the world except I got an invite for one of my girls. When I got to the house, the grass was over the fence. The atmosphere around would keep me in suspense. So I rang the doorbell like it ain't no thing. And this gruesome guy came and said,
Hello, Starsky. I understand they call you the love bug. What a cute little bug. I'd like to put you between my fingers.
it's the house on the hill. Amityville. House on the hill. So he grabbed me by the collar, picked me off my feet. And all I could hear was this spooky beat. And when it finally put me down, my heart felt like stopping. But it wouldn't stop because the house was rocking. The bass was kicking and the house was loud. And let me tell you, it wasn't your average crowd. They had this guy on the mic, he was dressed in black. He had a messed up face with a hunch on his back. It's the house on the hill. It's called Amityville. House on the hill.
And that's the gist of that.
Wow.
So, this was apparently a much bigger hit in the UK than it was anywhere else in the world, despite the fact that the artist himself is American. Again, like most good podcasts, we will research our stuff from Wikipedia. So, he's known by the name Lovebug Starsky, American MC, musician, record producer. Began his career as a record boy in 1971, as hip-hop first appeared in the Bronx, and he eventually became a DJ at the Disco Fever Club in 1978. Apparently, he is one of the two people who may have come up with the term hip-hop. Allegedly.
Really?
Starsky claimed that he coined the phrase while trading the two words back and forth, like improvising lines with Keith Cowboy of the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five at a farewell party with a friend who was heading into the army. And that's it in a nutshell.
Wow.
And then he goes, I picked up the mic and started saying a hip hop, the hip hoppity hop hop, and then...
Yeah, but that's on Rapper's Delight as well.
It is.
He's saying this is before Rapper's
He's saying this
Delight.
is before
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
so we're talking 78 or so. And then with the height of his career, I'm just going to paraphrase, he ended up going to prison for 5 years for drugs and violence, and then came out and tried to relaunch his career in Las Vegas, where it didn't really pan out for him.
And then he passed away a few years ago, right?
In 2018, heart attack.
Quite young, yeah.
Sounds like he should have gone to Blackpool.
But
or somewhere in England.
somewhere lower
revive,
key.
Yes.
Margate is probably good. Brighton would have been a good scene for him. What's a good hip hop scene in the UK actually?
Or Exeter. I once went to Exeter, and because we were like into hip hop, and we were breakdancing on the street, and some local.
This is new. You
local
broke danced.
Yeah.
Can you do some now?
Well, I could probably still spin on my back.
I'm going to say this is my house, no breakdancing. No. Okay, so I'm just going to put the kibosh on
We
that
were in
right
Exeter,
now.
and we were just because we looked a bit hip hop. We were like taken in by some local hip hoppers.
What, like Fagan's vagabond?
I don't know what
Vagabond.
you're
Oh,
trying to
mate.
say there
I
at
need to take a sit back and imagine the
believe-
word
Yeah,
above me.
Ragamuffin or
And then say it.
vagabond, I believe.
Vagabond.
Yeah.
But I think you can see Lovebug Starsky's lack of judgment there, the drugs and the violence thing, because he puts a Captain Kirk impression in the middle of his Halloween record.
Yes.
Very strange.
But I can imagine he was trying to lean into, because let me get this right. Originally, the whole West Coast, East Coast rap scene began with like monster rap music. What was that genre?
Yes. Well, novelty.
Yeah.
A horror novelty was a thing on the West Coast, and one of the first West Coast rap records was a sort of Frankenstein thing, I think, or a mummy.
really?
Yeah.
Well, because there's that kind of Houdini freaks come out at night thing as
Yeah.
well, which that reminds me very much
Right.
of, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Lovebug.
He has a very specific phrasing, which is da 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 da
Yeah.
So, thoughts, Brian? What do you make of it? Would that be something you would listen to at this Halloween season?
Oh, 100%. I love that. I thought it was great. Like like a lot of novelty rap, I should say, unlike a lot of novelty rap, it wasn't immediately off-putting.
Yeah.
There were especially, what year did you say that was?
86, 87.
Yeah,
I
so
think.
this is like prime Rap and Rodney era, kind of Rap and Duke, a lot of really bad novelty rap. That I thought was very solid compared to a lot of that stuff.
Because
So.
we've talked about this in the podcast before, but in the UK, rap was seen specifically as a novelty thing for comedians to try and get a foot in the charts.
Yeah.
So Kenny Everett had snot rap, for example. And it was all that same kind of real basic rhyme structure, but with the inflection of their character upon it.
Almost every comedian did a comedy rap record.
Roland Rap, we had Morris Minor and the Majors that trying to do Beastie Boys.
Rodney Dangerfield had a rap record.
Rap and Rodney, yeah.
And that is a...
Is that what you said, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I mean...
I only listen when I'm talking.
That's fair enough. That Rodney rap is pretty great, honestly. The music is great. The rapping is terrible, of
But
course.
the rapping
Right,
is a
but-
pun machine kind of thing, isn't it? It's all...
Well, Timmy's just doing his stand-up.
Well, like I told you, I've got the 12-inch version of the Rapping Rodney, and there's a live set on the other
On the
side,
B-side.
which is obviously much better.
Yes.
beautiful.
And it's one of those ones where he used to have people like calling back to him.
Oh, what, his material.
Yeah, because they were all like his fans. He had a whole sort of call and response thing.
Yeah,
with his,
that's cool.
His joke. He had joke families, joke categories,
So,
didn't he?
Was this before the Nightmare on My Street?
No.
This is after.
It was a little after, I think.
Yeah.
Because, that was referenced in it as an inspiration for this track.
I see.
But, there wasn't too much of it. Tim, what did you think of it? Would that be something you would play at a Halloween party?
I mean, no, I wouldn't play. I wouldn't. No, I didn't care for any. I don't care for that genre.
Yeah.
I don't listen to that. I wouldn't listen to that. I mean, at a Halloween party, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, throw it on. Who cares?
But it wouldn't be on your Spotify playlist.
No, I thought it was I thought it was like one of those novelty, or not novelty, but like self-pressed records. I had no listening to it. I thought it was like something that you found that no one had. I would never have guessed it would have been a hit.
It's strange. If you look at compilation albums in the UK, like Now 6 or whatever it is, you'll see that on side 3.
Okay.
Right.
Crazy.
But you won't.
Yeah.
When I was in Amoeba, I looked at their Now Halloween album. Four sides, not a single one of them had this. It's just a completely ignored track in this country. But with that,
I'd never heard of it before.
No.
Today. Yeah.
And it's strange because I thought this would be something that we bring to the plate and maybe, like, oh yeah, we've heard this, move on. But no, it's weird how it hasn't translated to the country it originated from.
Yeah.
So, Eli, your
He's a
thoughts?
bullshit artist.
Right,
isn't
straight
he?
to the point, yeah.
Like we said before, Amateurville is
Wasn't
not on the hill.
It's not on a hill.
So he's going for Haunted
good
House
rhyme.
on the hill.
Big rhymes, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Brian, platter or splatter, sir?
Platter for me. I
Oh,
like it.
platter. Okay. Tim, platter or splatter?
Gotta go splatter here.
Fair play.
I'm going to say platter just because of the nostalgia value for me.
And I'm not going to vote because I want Tim to like me. Right, so we have our next track, which is... So have you ever heard, Tim, of Stars on 45?
Stars on... No.
This is an interesting thing. This is, again, one of these things where it seems to have been a bigger hit in the UK, certainly more notoriety around it.
Well, I was telling these guys, I had only heard of it because I forget which Weird Al album it's on, but he has a track called Polkas on 45,
Oh, okay,
which
yeah.
apparently is a reference to this series, which I didn't clock until fairly recently.
So they're... Can I guess that they're sort of medleys of the hits?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we're going to play a little bit of that for you now because we have a few. We're not going to play all of it, most. So let's do this one.
Leaning into the rock more than I would think.
Yeah, same.
That's a 5-minute track. And what you're going to get in those 5 minutes is Star Wars theme, the Miko take on that. We've got Can't Give You Anything, Kung Fu Fighting, Layla, All Right, Fire, Do You Think I'm Sexy, Mar Baker, YMCA, The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Suicide is Painless from MASH, Get Off, Stars on 45, Baker Street.
Get Off, is that the
Well, it wouldn't be Prince because this was
Foxy?
81. Yeah, that one.
Foxy track? Oh, yeah, that's good.
Betty Davis Eyes, and then Eve of the War.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
With the Jeff Wayne.
And that's the mix you get from that. And this is volume 3.
Do you know the Jeff Wayne War of the Worlds musical?
No, I don't think so. No.
It was these guys should speak to it. It was a big hit in the UK and is a straight up musical based on the War of the Worlds.
Oh, cool.
A very like disco 70s pop element.
It's got elements of prog to it as well. It's got elements of folk.
It's honestly pretty great.
I'll
yeah.
seek that out.
It's because again, it's one of these things where in the UK, it's everywhere. Like the Royal Albert Hall will do a live performance of it with Giant because it's Jeff Wayne obviously adapted the War of the Worlds into
Who's
the thing.
Jeff Wayne? Did he come from a band or anything like that? Just a guy.
The gist of Jeff Wayne was that his dad was a famous
John Wayne.
Yes, was a famous musician who wrote musicals. Yeah. His son, Jeff Wayne, worked with him on a few musicals before working in jingles, and then took all the money he made from all this work and into his passion project, which was I want to do a concept album around a book.
Right.
And they went through many. They went through Centre of the Earth, which ended up being
Jules Verne's Centre of the Earth,
which ended up being who did that? The
Rick Wakeman from Yes.
okay.
Did that. And so that became this big album. Sold
narrated
millions.
by Richard Burton.
Am I being cynical and thinking maybe he went for War of the Worlds because it was out of copyright and he didn't have to pay the?
I don't think that's cynical at all.
The idea was he wanted to do he wanted to tell a story, and he was either looking at H.G. Wells or like science fiction writers at that time. He was going through all of them, and eventually War of the Worlds fitted his vision, I think, better because it was grander and more operatic.
I'm angry with him because
Jeff Wayne.
Yes.
Go on.
Because that album, fine, good, you like it, whatever, but...
Thank you.
I think from, 1980 all the way through that whole decade, he released a different exclusive, remastered version of that record.
Sure.
Well,
I want to see something else.
Well,
Jeff,
the reason why it was a hit was because it was getting played on radio stations, but they were sick of playing the 17-minute version of like Eve of the War.
Yeah, the songs are really long.
So
really
then
long.
he remixed the album for the first time to make it into singles, so that you could a radio station could play. I mean, that's all in there. That's besides the point.
Yeah,
really.
let's get back to these.
Stars on 45. This is fascinating to me because they're Dutch. They're a Dutch novelty band.
That's the name of a band?
Yeah, they're one group of musicians. I didn't know that either.
What is the point of it? Like, what do you when do you listen? Under what circumstances do you listen to that record?
Parties.
But it doesn't make sense for parties to me because it's so abrupt. Yeah, it changes. They're not clever transitions. They just change. Yeah. So what's it
and
for?
These were popular?
Hugely popular.
Unpopular people parties.
Yeah. Well, it was a lazy way of keeping your party going, but also it's got that musical blue balls where you go, and then it cuts out before the bit you like
maybe
in
for
the song.
Context, it was hard to DJ then, right? Like you needed the gear, and this is sort of a shortcut.
But this seems to be I mean, I know this band is Dutch, but it seems to be a particularly British trend because this ultimately led to, I don't know if you know Jive Bunny.
Oh, dude, I was just about to say that was a big hit. It was the
Jive Bunny
swing.
big hit?
Okay,
Swing the Mood.
Swing the Mood, which was where they adapted a bunch of like 1940s like Glenn Miller swing stuff.
It's almost exactly the same format as that. Tiny snippets.
I remember.
Put
I have a
together.
very clear memory of going on a camp trip to Montreal when I was 16 and going to a record store specifically to look for the Jive Bunny and the Master Mixers record because you couldn't get the full record here.
Yeah.
So, and it was a bunch of like 50s and 60s stuff in addition to Glenn Miller. Didn't the Glenn Miller? I could talk about this forever. I think the Swing the Mood didn't have a Hello Baby in the Hello Baby, one of those in there or something like that.
Oh yeah, because they mixed the Big Bopper in with
That's
it.
right.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
It was like they laid over.
So
the
it was like
tracks.
40s and 50s kind of stuff.
60s
Yeah.
kind of thing, and then they had a whole album off that where they would do a glam one, where it was all.
And then they'd be on top of the pops. There'd be a big bunny with
Yeah.
the big head, like a big furry bunny.
Yeah, mixing.
So this was
I
a-
missed all this. What years are these?
88, 89.
Yeah, I was like 15, 16, so like 89, something like that. Yeah.
But this is the thing. Yes, those songs aren't particularly artistically worthy, but at the same time, it introduced me to music I hadn't heard before. That 50s, Run Around Sue I first heard, and that became one of my
Run Around
fav-
Sue, that's right.
It's
I remember
and
that.
that was like
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
my favorite. That was about the part of the song I always liked the best when it got to, and then it was like, oh, there's a real
See,
whole song.
I think I was introduced to all that music through movies. So you had like that movie Clue.
Sure.
Had that great doo-wop, a lot of doo-wop and like early 50s.
Right, because that was a period.
Period, yeah. And of course, Back to the Future. Peggy Sue Got Married. There's a lot of 80s movies that were nostalgic of the 50s and early 60s. Happy Days.
Stand by Me.
Stand by Me.
Yeah.
Another
When you
huge
look
one.
at the list of the biggest selling singles of all time, most of the ones at the top are ones that were hits back in the 50s and 60s, and then were in films in the 80s.
Yes, when
Pretty
people
Woman.
were still buying.
Yeah.
I remember hearing a lot of music for the first time from Quantum Leap.
Oh,
Like,
that would do it,
because they would go through from the 40s through the 70s, and there was a bunch of like good 50s
Because I think
music
it was
there.
like that idea where these creators were coming through and they were inspired by the things that they enjoyed when they were younger, like the cereals and the music. And like obviously the Blues Brothers is an example of it rescued,
The Blues Brothers for me was
R&B.
a big one.
and it put a lot of those acts back into the charts again
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
revitalized their careers. And now we see it again because a lot of the films lean into the 80s. That generation that grew up in the 80s is now making content which is
Certainly,
But yeah, it doesn't work as a party record. You're right, because it's too.
it's terrible, frankly.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So there's a Beatles one. They did a Beatles one. 'Cause it's weird. It's a Beatles melody, but it decides to start with Venus and then Sugar Sugar by the Archies before it gets into the Beatles
Weird.
for no particular reason, unless it's a hangover from the previous track on the album.
Can I hold something for you?
I mean, shall we have that conversation?
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Because you know where I'm going to go.
Yeah, I
with
know
it.
where you're gonna go
And
with
I
it.
easily fall into smut quite quickly. And I'm trying
I'm trying to help you.
And please, you would be helping me. That's the trick. Right, so let me just do this one again. So we got Stars on 45 Beatles. So I'm just going to skip to a little bit into it.
Wanting you. 1, 2, 3, 4. This happened once before. I came to your door. No reply. They said it wasn't you, but I saw you peek through your window. You know, if you break my heart, I'll go, but I'll be back again.
hate it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, right. It kind of.
Wait, so hold on.
Yeah.
They didn't. It's not. Is it samples of the original?
No.
Or they just re-recorded them?
Absolutely
I mean, with the
re-recorded.
other one, they're all re-recorded.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Which surprised me because they did use a lot of ABBA for some of their stuff and a lot of Motown, but it was all re-recorded.
I think it's just before the era when sampling technology came through, because Jive Bunny, that's samples.
Yeah.
Directly,
That's probably drum machines.
That sounds like it, yeah.
Sounds like a link.
Because this is 1981, these were released, and it was huge in the UK. Absolutely way too big. But just let me read this. The Beatles sound-alikes were established Dutch singers. John Lennon's part was sung by Mass Boys in the 1970s Dutch pop group Smile, and Paul McCartney and George Harrison's part were sung by Sandy Coast. From a band called Hans Verlemum. I think that's how. And they also had a band called Rainbow Train, which sounds better than they'll probably sound.
I say I like that band name a lot.
Great band
Rainbow
name.
Train.
Well, you were wondering about the inclusion of Venus on the Beatles thing, but that's what they called the original Venus guy. Blue.
I'm just going to let you say the word blue until you stop.
Till you turn
They're a
blue.
Dutch group anyway.
Yeah, they were a Dutch group. Yeah. But then, these albums are so popular in the UK for whatever reason, loads of albums. I remember them being played at parties. I remember going to, like, working men's clubs for my nan's 60th, and someone would just stick on the Now 45 and then go away for a pint. It was that kind of... It was that kind of thing. To the point where Chaz and Dave, British rockney singer-songwriters...
Did you say rock? Does that mean rocking cockney?
Rockney was a genre, I guess they created.
They created a whole genre.
I've never heard of that.
Have you never heard of Chaz and Dave?
No.
Like Rabbit.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That song is insane.
Yeah, and the sideboard
You
song.
should play that song.
Well, I'll play it for
our
you. But
driver. We just toured in the UK in the spring, and our driver was playing us that.
I love
Rabbit.
Chaz
Rabbit. How's
Had
it
you
go?
heard it before?
No.
And the thing that everyone brings up with Chaz and Dave is they are on Eminem.
They're the most sampled, one of the most sampled pieces of music ever.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
They were
from
session
Rabbit,
guys.
right?
Yeah. And it was kind of like Boogie Woogie Blues, but with a very cockney, knees up Mother Brown kind of attitude. But they wrote songs that I think are just beautiful. Like, what's that one, the ballad that they did?
Ain't No Pleasing You.
Which is
Incredibly
just
moving.
Oh, that's
stone cold,
Okay.
beautiful song. So they did a take on Stars on 45 called Stars Over 45 to suggest that maybe the songs that they want to celebrate are a bit older than 1980 or so.
We're gonna take this opportunity to sing some old time songs. We got a clap trap on the offbeat and a bass drum on the on. Stars over 45. We gotta keep them songs alive. Them boys deserve some credit. Don't forget it. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it.
I'll go window cleaning to earn an honest bob. For a nosy Parker, it's an interesting job. It's a job that just suits me. A window cleaner you would be if you could see what I could see. When I'm cleaning windows in my profession, I work hard, but I never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. Honeymooning couples too, you should see them Bill and Coo. You'd be surprised at the things they do when I'm cleaning windows.
Is that like a British dance hall song or something? Yeah.
When I'm Cleaning Windows was a George Formby. This guy had a little.
Right.
It was a banjolele he played,
Right.
wasn't it?
Well, it's similar to the Weird Al's Polkas on 45, which was very entertaining, very clever, very well
Arranged. And thing, yeah. But yet, weirdly, it comes from something lesser. Weirdly.
Yeah, sure. Like that, the Stars on 45 is very literal and not funny. Just sort of, we can do this.
What I wonder then about the Weird Al thing I mean, it's clearly a reference to it. How was that on his radar? You know, it seems like a British thing. What was the...
I'll ask him next time I have to make conversation with him.
That would be great. I would be very interested.
You were on a bullshit podcast talking about a mega mix of 1981, and could you please define your influences?
The thing is, one more point on Chaz and Dave. It's sort of trends, isn't it? You've got the Stars on 45 thing, and there's a lot of party records made. Because we said, like, just for parties, because you wouldn't have two decks at a party, and so you'd put something on, you could just flip it once, and, everyone could dance. But there's also these Mrs. Mills records. These sort of
I don't know who that is.
Exactly.
she's this sort of middle-aged woman who played the piano and did old sort of numbers, and she sold like 8 million records or something.
It's crazy. It's like when you go to a charity shop, here's what you're going to find. You're going to find James Last, you're going to find Mrs. Mills, you're going to find Mantovani.
In the UK.
In the UK.
Because I don't know
specifically.
any of
It's
these
really
names.
And Barbara Streisand comes
Yeah.
on.
Okay,
so
That Streisand and Christopherson record. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
You could have thousands of copies of that.
It's like a plague, that album. It infuses every charity
But
shop
Chaz
in
and
the UK.
Dave did their Cockney Jamboree or whatever, so they dip their toe in that, and they're good, those records.
So
but
I've
it's
got like
similar.
12 inches, like
so
volume
that's similar.
3, 4,
so
5, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. They've sort of knew about the whole Stars on 45 sort of format, because those Cockney party records around the old piano are kind of that kind of thing as well.
But the weird thing about those albums is that they're true to the source of the songs, which is great. They're keeping those old songs alive. However, they're also keeping some of the rather objectionable phrases and words that were used in some of the music. So it's one of those ones we go, this is a great song, don't listen to the next 30 seconds, and we're back and carry on with it, right? So, Stars on 45, Brian, let's start with you. Platter or splatter?
Splatter. I hated it.
Splatter, splatter, splatter.
Yeah.
Splatter from me.
For me, it reminds me of being alone in the corner of a working men's club while my nan got pissed and tried to kiss my uncle. Yeah. As that Stars on 45.
There was some kind of incest controversy in your family.
My dad's uncle. You know what?
Your dad's uncle.
You know what? Can we, for the sake of my reputation, ignore what I said for the last minute?
Oh,
Is that all right? Can we all agree that sometimes I pick examples that aren't the best for me to pick out?
You edit this, as far as I'm aware, right? You can,
yeah, but I keep it in. I keep it all in because
you were sitting in a
it's
working
penance.
men's club, listening to that record, and your nan, your grandmother, was trying to get off with.
But not my nan's direct uncle. It was on my dad's side of the
that's
family.
all right then.
It's my nan thought so.
What is a working men's club specifically?
A pub,
blue collar bar.
Yeah, blue collar bar.
But effectively, it's a pub for the community, so you'd have to be on their books to be allowed to go in and things like that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a. No, this isn't the right VFW type.
Yeah, no
place maybe.
They used to have bring your wife night.
Because she was told to stay at home.
And there was all the racist pre-modern era comedians sort of were there.
But weirdly, I mean, that's when I remember first seeing, Lily Savage, Paul O'Grady. Do you know that?
I don't know.
Okay, big UK comedian. Basically, drag before drag exploded. Paul O'Grady was one of the first drag acts to really break into mainstream because they would go on to do. Lily Savage
show
was like a character, and then did Blankety Blank, which is the US version of Match Game.
Okay.
Anyway, stuff like that. But it was where I saw a lot of those acts that became mainstream because Britain has a habit of taking the club acts.
And this would be the 80s.
70s, 80s. They would take all those club acts that were successful and give them game shows or entertainment shows to do. So that's why you'd have. I shouldn't really just go Ted Rogers. You know Ted Rogers, right?
No, but this is what's interesting to me is hearing these names, which are huge stars, presumably in the UK, that are not on my radar,
right,
at all.
This makes I'm a huge, and a lot. If you want to talk about my inspiration, is Alan Partridge, Steve Coogan, and I devour everything that he puts out, and up to this day, his audiobooks, his podcasts, and knowing full well that I'm going to miss 30%
That's right,
of the references.
there's so much.
But I don't really care. I understand the general, like it's almost like a placeholder. It was one, but he'll make references to all kinds of British television personalities and chat show hosts and comedians and actors, and I won't know half of them. But
and then sometimes it comes across your radar later, and you're like, oh, that was that happened.
It is strange because, I mean, again, we're huge Partridge fans here. There's something about I don't know if there's another comedy character in creation that has that much history to and that much because
we're working on it.
Well, you really are working on it.
Close,
I would say you're only second to that because with Partridge, it's not just I'm Alan Partridge. It's the day to day. It's on the hour.
Yeah,
it is like the stand up he did beforehand.
And it's hard to find a lot of that stuff too. Like if you miss it at the
time. What I
I
think is, some of it is. Certainly the very early stuff.
Yeah,
I think it gets better with age. The newer stuff. I mean, I think the character's funnier now to me than he was 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. The latest podcast from the Osthaus is funnier than I'm Alan Partridge, because I think it started broader, where it certainly had a point in it when it was broad, and it was playing like Seinfeld would play here, pretty big with an studio audience, and now it feels like he can kind of just be very weird and dark and
I thought when they made
specific.
the Alpha Papa movie was when they kind of transitioned to like, oh, this is getting really weird.
Yeah.
Now I
But
really
it still
enjoyed
somehow
that.
holds
that
together
movie,
because
yeah.
the character's
Yes.
gone from extremely broad and weird.
Well, he's funnier when he's failing, and it makes sense that he's now the
can't give him
podcast is he's trying to rationalize why he's doing a podcast and not why he's not on the BBC.
Yeah.
Which is a great position for that character to be.
And
in.
like the latest book's fantastic because it's about him trying to find a new purpose now
yeah.
that things
Yeah,
aren't
yeah,
working out.
yeah.
And so there's the whole idea where he's tackling cancel culture to a extent, but also the whole idea of rehabilitating old landmarks because it gets you a TV deal. You know?
That's all.
It's beautiful. It's a
I think
beautiful
something. One aspect of that might be that he's more appropriate age for the character
That's
than he
right.
used to be.
True.
You know,
That's
it's
a good
much-
point, yeah.
Right.
It's like Bob Dylan a little bit. Like I love Bob Dylan. I'm a huge Bob Dylan fan, but as an older man, his music almost makes more sense than a 22-year-old kid singing it. You know what I mean? Great point.
Yeah, it's like that. Thank you very much.
Right,
then
let's
we
get
can
on to
move
the
on.
last section then.
We'll do the price of shite. Do you want to do the thing?
Do the
Do
theme
the
tune.
thing.
Do the thing. It's the fucking price of shite. It's the fucking price of shite. It's the fucking price of shite. It's the fucking price of shite.
That's not how the theme
I
tune
realised
goes.
halfway through I had done it wrong, but I thought as a professional co-host
Paul,
of the podcast,
have you
you
taken
might have been able to bounce away with that.
Have you taken any thoughts of just slowing down? Internal.
Nah, why would I? Why start now?
Oh.
It's been 10 years. So I do the end bit then.
It's the funny thing to me is you're the one that's drinking the Red Bull. So I don't know how that's happened. It's just him psychically transferring over to him.
What, the nervous energy?
Yeah.
Depositing your...
Deposit. What? Okay. It's the fucking price of shite. No, you fucked me up now.
I was going to say, this sounds
You've done
exactly
it.
like the
It's
thing he just
exactly
did.
What? How does the fucking thing? We've been doing it for years. How does it go?
We could spend 10 minutes working this out, or we could just do the game.
Well, we've got fucking shit items. And also, Paul, it's not the fucking price of shite, is it?
It's a fucking price of shite adjacent. It's part of the same segment. It's all part of the beautiful world that we call Cheap Show.
Oh, it's the fucking
not
price
doing
of shite. It's the fucking price of shite. It's the fucking price of shite.
That's right.
Thank
if you
you.
two want to go for a walk while we figure this out, we can go ahead and do that. Right, so we have...
But just to let everyone know who's listening, we won't be guessing the prices of these items, will we?
No, we're going to be showing them off one by one, and you'll say, again, in that whole lovely shitification of this podcast, we'll be making binary decisions on the item. So we went to a Goodwill store just off 3rd Street Promenade, and we...
It smelled so badly of human
smelled
defecation
pretty
down
bad
there.
in there, to be fair. There's a weird thing
Welcome
that I've
to Los
noticed
Angeles,
about...
of course.
In Britain, the thrift stores, the charity shops, are kind of like going into someone's spooky attic and looking at all the cool shit that they have there, and then, oh, I'll have that, or taking it away. Here, it just feels like they've just dumped things on the shelf, and then people tear away at them, and then go and buy what they've got left, because it's mostly
I think
clothes.
that's pretty fair, yeah.
Yeah, and also, hugely overpriced.
Well, it sounds like you're in Santa Monica.
We were.
Yeah,
Which
we
is
were
like going to it's the nicest part of London.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Islington, I guess, or
Or-
High Street Ken, I guess, something like that.
Yeah,
but even
Notting-
by those
Notting
standards...
Hill.
Sorry?
Notting Hill, perhaps?
Yeah, Notting Hill's also count. I mean, do you have any other nice places of London you want to...
Kensington?
Hampstead
Kensington's
Village. I was
beautiful.
born in
Hampstead, of course.
I thought you were born in America.
I was born in Hampstead Village.
So, I've got 5 items, one of which I did buy in the UK, and you'll have to figure out which one that is.
Okay.
So, here's the first thing we bought. It is called a phone holder.
Now, we do have those in America.
This is something you wear around your neck,
Sure, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
like this.
Looks a bit like a stethoscope.
It does, doesn't it? And then you put it here, and then that goes on here like that.
Oh, my God.
And then, this is a sample phone, just so you know what this thing looks
I
like.
can use that. Yeah, that's
Wow.
very smart, very
And then it's
practical.
like, hello.
Right. Yes, it would work.
Immediately fell. Wait,
in
can
concept.
I touch it?
You've broken it.
No, I just didn't screw the knob on tight enough.
Well, that's what I've heard that.
I've heard that.
It's
really.
actually
Yes, okay, thank you, darling.
Far sturdier than I would have thought. Do you want to get in on this?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Oh, I hate that.
And then you
I
can
hate
talk
it.
loudly on the bus.
Definitely, without the phone holder on it, it's pretty off-putting with just the knob.
Yeah.
Could be like
So what are we saying about this?
Wow.
Yes or no?
This cost $9.
Uh-huh.
And this, I honestly guarantee, if I went to the UK and got something similar, it'd be £1 or £2.
Right.
Perhaps is this supposed to be lightly used? Perhaps.
I don't know. I
Okay,
can't
who
tell
knows?
you how
All right,
tarnished
great.
it is. Whatever you want to take away from that. Well, there's your first item.
Paul, I think I've got the binary.
Yeah.
Is this thrift store gold or is it getting old?
No. You don't often come through, but that works.
I thought that was great.
I like that.
I'm going gold. I'm kind of I kind of crave that.
If you want to take anything
simply for masturbatory purposes.
It's true. It's a hands-free sex device, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like,
you could get both holds around the back. Also, it could double.
cup holder to the side.
It could double as a sort of.
You know what? I'm going to
avant-garde
say,
necklace.
given that you put your phone in it and the phone immediately fell to the ground, I'm going to say getting old.
Yeah.
It really did not demonstrate its utility.
That could
to
be a
me.
user issue and
That
not the
it
item.
could be, but I don't have enough information.
Look at me. So
Tim
you
liked
both
it.
liked it. What about you?
You didn't. He didn't like it.
I said getting
Brian,
old.
he
We
said
said getting old.
Getting old.
Tim said gold.
Gold. Yeah. Anything
It's
you
getting
want
old
from
for
this
me.
pack, you can take home as a
Thank you.
gift from us.
Yes, and reminder: don't reveal where you got it.
Yeah.
What is this item? It's a Nerf walkie-talkie. Works up to 1,000 feet.
Oh.
It's stretching the Nerf brand too thin already because I can see they're not soft.
No, you could throw this at someone's head,
And it would hurt
They
them.
would say that's
Yeah.
not
You-
Nerf.
You do have to clean this up, just so you know.
I thought you were doing that.
I'm not doing it.
Look, turn it on. Hello.
I couldn't hear that.
Hello. Well, let me go. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go outside. We'll do it
Okay.
this
Oh.
way. You will let
Is
me
this
back
what's
in.
the talk? Is this the talk button on the
The
side?
top one's at the side, and that's the.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't hear you.
Keep the channel open.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Paul Gannon in the garden.
I can't hear you.
But, can you hear me, Jack? Over.
No, over.
Roger.
You can come back inside. We're kind of short on time now.
Back in, I'm frightened.
It's great.
I'm angry with me.
It's a decent
It
walkie-talkie.
does. It works.
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I the sound quality is actually pretty good on this dude.
So he heard that.
We heard it, but I can't say. I think we were talking over you.
I'm going to come back in.
Come back in.
Yeah, come back in. Over.
Roger.
No, Paul. For one day you'll get it right.
That was
That was
Surprisingly
great.
quite
Yeah,
good.
decent.
given the walkie-talkies
I-
that I got as a kid.
Yeah.
These are far
Yeah, that's a what is it again? A good thing.
gold.
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 Gold or old.
Yeah.
Great for
Store
kids.
gold.
Great for kids.
I'll go with gold on that too.
I think we're going to use it when we go for a walk
My
later in the week.
My 9-year-old would lose her mind if she saw
If
that.
your 9-year-old wants to have that,
Oh, she will. Are you kidding me?
no,
Really?
you can take that.
Oh.
Seriously,
Yes,
I'm not
please.
putting that back in my suitcase and taking it all the way home.
No,
if
she
that
would
can get
love
a
to.
good home here.
Oh, she'll love it.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Item number 2. Item number 3. This one I quite like the most.
It must be from England.
Butterboard. What's a butterboard, you ask?
What is a
Well,
butterboard?
According to this, butterboard is inspired by the Zen idea of living in the moment. You simply paint on the surface with water, and your creation
Oh,
will
yes,
come
I've
to
heard-
life in
I've heard of
bold
this.
design. Then,
Yeah.
as the water slowly evaporates, your art will magically disappear, leaving you with a clean slate and a clear mind.
It's like a much easier mandala.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically Etch-a-Sketch, but with a brush. So it comes with a little stand, a little thing like this.
I think it's disrespectful to Buddhists.
In what respect?
Well, you wouldn't call it a Christ board, would you?
Or Muhammad
I believe that's
Yeah.
a.
board, you know.
I think that's a
Don't call it a
cross.
Muhammad board. Whatever you do.
Christ
You're
was
getting
too
real
wound
trouble.
What
up.
if you drew Muhammad on that? That would be.
Well, then it would evaporate after time.
That's a good philosophical question, Eli.
What do
You
think?
need
got
you need
water?
wet.
We need a little bit of something. to
There's
dip it in.
nothing. That's coffee.
That's water. I did look into it before I dipped my brush.
Oh yeah, that seems very relaxing.
Honestly, I was not on board, but now I am. This is very
It's
cool.
quite a nice brush
and
action.
then it's.
And how long does it stay like that? For-
About a few minutes, and then it
minutes.
dries out and fades away.
So it's meant to be Buddhist. Why? Because everything must flow.
This is
and
honestly pretty cool.
everything passes, does it?
I guess all things must.
Yeah.
What if you, I don't know, you discovered some kind of secret, the secret to enlightenment,
Take a picture.
and then it's gone? Yeah, you could,
Yeah.
I wouldn't use it to write notes for your forthcoming
Look
show,
at
though,
this.
just in case it's all. Oh, that great idea I wrote down. Gone.
Again, I'll say this is honestly the perfect kid toy because they can do art stuff. You can't really make too much of a mess.
I have
like-
to say something. You
Yes.
claimed the walkie-talkies. I'm claiming this.
Yeah, do it.
I think that's
Great.
fine. If you want to have a manly fight in the garden as I throw water at you and go, "Come on, you sex beasts," we can do that.
I like this thing a lot. This is gold. This
okay,
is
but we
great.
don't know whether that was
Because I have
bought in
kids.
England.
I have a 10 and a 7,
Yeah.
so they're gonna.
If you
I
want
love
it,
it, yeah.
it's yours. Right, next item. This is a quick one. Walt Disney, Simple Science. It's a book from Disney that teaches simple science.
Oh.
So I'll let you
No,
investigate
I'm
that.
gonna jump and suggest this is from the UK.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like our Disney products would be this educational here. I think they outsourced that to the other countries, but I might be wrong.
There was a range of these books. There was everything from maths to
I'm wrong
creativity.
because there's a...
Oh, that's a receipt from a different thing altogether. You can use that as a bookmark, I believe. So, Walt Disney teaches simple science. Brian, as a science-minded man, have you explained that yet about your science background?
No, I haven't. So before I left to do comedy full-time, I was a professor of theoretical physics.
Oh, cool.
So
Me too.
Most people were.
Yeah. Very similar.
So I used to be a professor. I'll be honest.
There doesn't seem to be any science in it.
I'm almost 50 years old. I can't read this in this light.
All right, okay. Do you want to borrow my glasses?
No.
We don't have to read it at all, but that's the next book. Walt Disney, you can do alphabet, numbers, adventures, and colours and shapes.
Yeah, it's a nice looking book. It's got to be from the 80s.
There should be.
I think this is
I was trying to check a date. I couldn't find a date.
It could be earlier.
Fuck me. I also need my glasses. This is tragic.
No, there is no date. I checked.
Oh, there is no date?
No.
I think 80s feels right.
But yeah, there's a whole range of them, and they're all designed to teach kids and using the IP of Disney to impart knowledge, which can only be a good thing.
I like 84.
84.
Yeah. Ooh, that was in the doldrums era of Disney, where they were doing anything they could to keep the brands going.
Yeah.
And finally, the final book. Oh no, gold or old?
I feel like I can't make an informed judgment, so I'm going to be
anyway.
charitable and say gold.
As an American,
I'll say gold.
Gold. I like the whole
look
look
the design.
of it. Yeah, design's great.
I'll say this is thrift store gold as well.
I mean, I'm giving that one to my mum because her living room is a walk-in Disney store, and it's repulsive, actually.
We've got Peter Pan doing refraction.
Nice.
That's cool.
That's who I'd turn
Shadows.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that makes sense for him. Yeah.
Huey, Louie, and Dewey making a cake with their gran.
Great.
Look, their gran is snogging another relative there, it looks like.
So the final thing is difficult riddles for smart kids. 300 riddles and brain teasers that kids and families will love. I'm going to impress upon you a few now. We'll start with Brian.
Okay.
I'm a cold man without a soul. Right, now for the riddle. I am a cold man without a soul. If there is a warmth in me, it will slowly kill me. What am I?
I'm going to say I'm a snowman.
I am a snowman.
That's not hard.
Hell yeah.
Do you want a hard one?
No.
No, I'll give
And
you a
also,
hard
I
one.
don't want to
Yes,
riddle.
okay. It's Carry On Cheap Show. Okay, Eli, we'll do you.
I'm ready.
At school, Joe has 3 friends, Tim, Violet and Paige. 2 of them play football, 2 play tennis, 2 play golf. This is a good school. The friend who doesn't play golf doesn't play tennis, and the one who doesn't play football doesn't play golf.
I'm out.
Paige doesn't play football.
I need another riddle. I'm out. I'm not doing this.
I don't care about any of those people.
Fuck them and their
Fuck
stupid.
Paige
They
and
sound
their
like preppy wankers.
What flies when it's born, lies when it's alive, and runs when it's dead?
Cheese. Cheese runs when it's...
Wait, what were the 3 again?
It says, what flies when it's born, lies when it's alive, and runs when it's dead?
I got to say, I think I'm stumped on this. Runs when it's dead.
It must be melting. Melty.
Yeah. But is it butter?
I don't know why you're making that noise, man.
Because I'm excited that you're close to the answer.
Oh, cheese. No.
Cheese.
It's something that melts. It's a snowman again. Is that
This is...
This is disturbing.
Well,
that noise is really putting me off.
The answer.
I agree with you.
The answer, number 69.
An ice sculpture.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
It's a snowflake.
Say it
again.
Flies when it's born.
Okay.
So it's in the air.
Yeah.
It lies when it's alive. It rests upon the snowy ground.
Yeah.
And then runs when it's dead, as in melts into water and dribbles away.
Sure.
Very
I might
poetic.
object to the use of the word alive there, but
Yeah, absolutely. Terrible.
Right. We'll end with this one.
I hate riddles.
Tim,
Yeah,
we're going to
I
end
don't
with
know-
this one. Yeah, riddles and fuck me off. This is an evil riddle, apparently. What word looks the same upside down and backwards at the same time?
What word looks the same upside down and backwards at the same time?
Yes. So there is a word in the English language.
I think that's the word.
Boob?
Ooh.
Poop.
No, because that would be boob.
Yeah.
Is it?
Ooh.
You
are close. No, you're not close. I don't know why I said that.
High? No.
No.
What's a letter?
No one's leaving here until they fucking get this right.
What about oh-ho?
Dad. No.
O-H-O?
That does count.
O-H-O? Oh-ho? Oh-ho?
No.
Come on.
What is
Can I
it?
just end this segment while we still have some...
Oxo.
It's not... No, it's...
Oxo.
I mean, you're right. There are probably
We're
lots
both
of
right,
words that
yes.
may be...
Oxo
Well,
does.
what's the
Oxo
answer?
works.
What's the answer?
So, what word looks the same
Oxo's a
upside down?
word?
It's a brand of
it's
gravy cube.
Yes, it's a kitchen,
yeah,
but it's not. I wouldn't say it's a.
It's not a word.
It's a proper
brand,
noun, isn't it? Yeah.
So what word looks the same upside down and backwards at the same time? The answer is swims.
Sure.
You are so not impressed with that. So, is it gold or is it old, Mr. Brian?
Old.
And Mr. Tim.
Gold.
And Mr. Eli.
I'd say old. I don't like the cover art either.
Right, in that case, I will end by saying which one do you think is the UK item? Brian, start with you.
Oh, I think I'm gonna have to go to the Disney book.
Okay.
This something about the typography on this that I don't know. It doesn't seem British to me. So, and the other ones seem British. So I'm gonna say that.
Fair.
Tim,
what have you got for us?
I've also am going with the Disney book.
Fair play. And Eli?
I know the answer to this, so I don't think it's fair for me to throw my hoop in. Do you throw a hoop in?
You can.
A towel.
You can throw a towel.
Hat.
You can
throw my shoe into the ring.
Yeah. Hat.
Hat.
Towel, hat, shoe, ring. Got it. The answer is you were right. It is the
Yes!
Walt
Hell
Disney
yeah.
Super
How
Size.
about that? That was
very
a
nice.
first
There you go.
instinct,
Yeah,
first
yeah,
gut.
It was
absolutely
almost
right.
supernatural.
Something about the yellow. I don't know.
You thin sliced it and you just knew.
Yeah.
There was a level because I feel like I was familiar with a lot of the American versions of those things that I had when I was a kid, and that doesn't look like the stuff I had.
The yellow.
So-
I would never. Something about the color.
It is that.
But then I was worried because then I saw Bantam Books, which is, I believe, an
thought the same
American
thing,
yeah.
publisher.
Now, to be fair, this was published in Canada, America.
All that
and the
counts is
UK.
where you got it.
But all that counts is where I got it, and where we got it was where you got it right. So that is that, and that is Cheap Show for this week. I also want to thank Brian Wecht for coming along today.
Thank you very
I want
much.
to thank Tim Heidecker for gracing us with your
My
presence.
pleasure.
Thank you, Tim.
Deeply appreciative. And Eli, as ever.
Thanks, Paul.
Well done,
Thank
sir.
you.
And I just want to thank Leighton, who's been managing this today. Thank you very much. You can speak. You're not a silent partner. It's fine. No, you're not allowed to speak. You've been always welcome to chip in.
Do you want to come say?
Come. And tell them. Oh, yeah. Tell them about your podcast as well. Do it.
Brian and I co-host a show called Late Night with Brian Wecht, where we do comedy interviews and talk about cum a lot. Can I say cum on this show?
Please do.
Great.
I mean,
In fact, it's been mostly what we've been doing for 10 years here. So the
we
fact
are
that it's been
spooged crazy.
Yeah.
Usually. It's only when we have guests
we
that
have so
tone
many
it
words
down.
for it. Spoff is a great word for it.
It's your favourite word
It's
for
my
it, isn't
favourite
it?
word.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tim doesn't need to hear
No,
about what
no,
words we have
no,
for
no,
cum.
no.
Tim, I
Thank
know
you.
anyone who listens to this knows about you, but point them in the direction of what you'd like to talk about, what you'd like to extol today.
Oh, join us every Thursday morning for Office Hours Live. We absolutely have a blast. We've been on a real tear, and it's a lot of fun. It's a live call-in show that we do in the mornings, and we've been doing it strong for years. And
is that online? How do I...
it's on YouTube. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/Office Hours Live, or it's a podcast. For me, it's a TV show. It is a TV show. It's multicam.
Okay.
It's in my garage.
A visual thing
Yes, a visual element to it, but it started as a podcast. It still is.
Great. I will check that out because I only know
You'll love
on
it.
cinema.
And if anyone wants to check it out on cinema, don't start with the recent stuff. You're going to have to go back 10 years and start, right?
HighNetwork.tv.
Yeah, and please do. It's a beautiful slice of comedy genius.
Thank you.
And so that's all I want to say. Look, as I say, I'm awkward and weird, but I do want to say thank you, Tim, for coming along today. It means the world to us while we're out here.
Of course.
And
enjoy your stay in California. You got a nice week. Are you here for the rest of the week?
We're here till Thursday. We're going to do a bit out and about.
It'll be a beautiful week.
Doing Disney with these guys on Wednesday.
And that's all we need to talk about. You can support us if you want to support us on patreon.com/Cheap Show. Years and years of extra videos and behind the scenes things, as well as the amazing Cheap Show magazine that event does for us. Please check out Noiselund's YouTube channel because he's done our new theme tune and also did Top Notch Western Romance. So please check him out. And everything else is thecheapshow.co.uk for everything else. That's your one-stop shop. And that's it. Eli, final thoughts?
I don't have any.
As ever.
Okay.
See you next week on The Cheap Show.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks, folks.
Goodbye.
Eli can get fucked. I am Daddy Gannon Cool, sweetheart of LA. All the ladies love me, all the gentlemen wanna be me, and they see me walking down the strip and know who I am. And a big Paul Gannon and I'm driving a van, and my van goes bing and my wheel goes bush down. My van goes bing and my wheel goes bush down. Cause he's the cool cat, meow, he's the cool cat of LA. Cause he's the cool cat, meow, he's the cool cat of LA. Paul Gannon, he's the cool cat, meow, he's the cool cat of LA. Daddy Gannon cool, cause he's the cool cat, meow, he's the cool cat of LA. Oh, they must be coming for me because I'm too fucking red hot sexy.
Don't thrust me.
I thrust you. They must be coming for me because I'm too fucking red hot sexy.
Don't thrust me.
I thrust you.
I have needs.
Yeah.
Man with needs, Paul. Finger bash my finger hole.
Just saying, I have needs.
Yeah.
Man with needs, Paul. Finger bash my finger hole.
Is that all you've got now?
Yeah.
Cause he's the cool cat, meow. He's the cool cat of LA. Cause he's the cool cat, meow. He's the cool cat of LA. Paul Gannon, he's the cool cat, meow. He's the cool cat of LA. Daddy Gannon cool. Cause he's the cool cat, meow. He's the cool cat of LA.
Finger bash my finger hole.
Cool cat of LA.
Finger bash my finger hole.
Cool cat of LA. Oh, they must be coming for me because I'm too fucking red hot sexy.
And we're done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.